Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Meedu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from IIM Indore, and friends, as you all know, Meedu Study is your own channel initiative in which we discuss various management subjects and topics in a very simple manner. Friends, we have different subjects and modules in our Meedu Study. We have modules 5 with different subjects in marketing, in operations, which is OM, in strategic management, SM, HRM, human resource management, and OB, which is organizational behavior. Today's video, my dear friend, is in our strategic management module, and it is the last video of 4th chapter, which is strategic issues and IFAS. So today it is the second part in this particular one. Previously we already did discuss about various issues in strategy which were related to your marketing, related to operations, related to R&D, and related to finance. Today we will discuss about the pending ones, which are HR and IT. Let us begin, my dear friends. First of all, we will go to the HR. In HR, first of all, let us discuss about the concept of teams and how teams used to be there previously and now how virtual teams have evolved. First of all, autonomous and self-managing teams. Group of people work together without a supervisor to plan, coordinate and evaluate their work, that are autonomous or self-managing. Means those who self-manage themselves, manage self. So group of people will be there who will work together independently. They will not be dependent upon anyone else. So there is no supervisor who is coordinating their activities. Cross-functional work teams. Various disciplines are involved in a project from the beginning. Take example, a new product is being launched by the company. So in that, a person from R&D, person from packaging, person from sourcing, person from production, person from finance, from marketing, from commercial, all departments will be involved, and they will form a sub team kind of thing until that new product launch happens. So all these 6-7 people whom I told, they belong to different departments, they are part of a different head, but maybe for this particular project they become a unit and they work under that particular project head. That is known as autonomous or self-managing team. Second is cross-functional work team. Various disciplines are involved in a project from the beginning. So from the very beginning they are involved, like we discussed. Then next is concurrent engineering. Specialists work side by side and compare notes constantly to design cost-effective products with features which consumer wants. So many a times what happens is, instead of relying upon one person's or one domain's expert mind, we form a panel of specialists. Now these specialists, they will keep upon working and they will keep upon comparing the notes. What they want to design a product which is cost effective, so that the features which consumer wants can be given. Increasing use of team, virtual teams. So nowadays virtual teams are becoming more and more important, and especially COVID-19 has made it more important for this to happen. These are group of geographically and organizationally dispersed co-workers that are assembled using a combination of telecommunication and IT technologies, information technologies, to accomplish an organization task. So these people, they can belong to same geography or different geography, same organization or different organization. All of you, my dear friends who are working, must have experienced now that there is a Zoom call or there is a Teams call, there is a Google Meet, in which people from across geographies, across areas and across regions join, and then they present their point of views, and they are basically usually using the telecom, or they are basically using the specialization of IT to do this. This is known as, my dear friends, virtual team. Now why this virtual team is becoming more and more important? 5 trends which are controlling it. First is flatter organization structures. So now organization structures are not much hierarchical, which used to be earlier. There used to be lot of hierarchies. Now the organization structure are flat, means lesser number of levels of approvals are there. Environment today is turbulent, and when we say environment is turbulent, turbulent means anything can happen any point of time, that is turbulent. Increased employee autonomy. So employees are becoming more autonomously strong, and that is increased employee autonomy. Higher knowledge requirements. More and more specific knowledge is required. Increasing globalization. So globalization is increasing. World is becoming a small circle, we can say, a small close knit group. That is increased globalization. Quality of work life and human diversity. So what is quality of work life? Quality of work life means improvement in some parameters. First of them is introducing the participative problem solving. Means instead of taking everything on your own, you should have a participative approach. When we say participative approach, means people who are there in the team and in the management, they should work together as a group and should take this particular call. Restructuring work is that you should divide the work into well defined structures, nits and pieces, and you should do it. Sorry. Introducing innovative reward system. So reward systems should be introduced which are more innovative, so that people are encouraged to work. And improving the work environment, working upon how you can improve the work environment. These are the 4 things which improve the quality of work life. Then, my dear friends, what is human diversity? Mix in the workplace of people from different races, cultures and backgrounds. So the more a team is diverse, the more experiences and the more, I would say, mix of good knowledge comes. So if you have in a team someone who is a fresher, someone who is experienced, someone who is from engineering background, someone who is from commerce background, someone who is from humanities background, people of different race, people of different gender, then they bring with them different knowledge, and they bring with them different expertise. So a diversity is created. Human resources may be a key to competitive advantage, and this mix of human resource can actually have you get competitive advantage. This is the importance of human diversity. Strategic information system and technology issues, they are known as basically your IS and IT issues. Information system and technology contributions to performance. First of all, automation of back office processes. So back office processes need to be automated, they need to be made self-sufficient, so that they can be done, they can are not dependent upon any front end thing. Automation of individual tasks. Even individual tasks should be automated. It should not happen that if a person is not there, entire work fails. No, things should be there in the auto mode. Enhancement of key business functions. So when we say key business functions, we need to enhance them. When we say enhance them, they should be taken as a strategic approach, and company, all people in company should be aligned on working on them. Development of a competitive advantage. You should work upon developing of a competitive advantage. Supply chain management. So forming of networks for sourcing raw material, manufacturing products or creating services, storing and distributing goods, and delivering them to customers and consumers. So this is the complete life cycle or the supply chain which is there. You source the raw material, means you get the raw material. After that, you manufacture the product. You have manufactured them, then you need to store them, you need to distribute them, and at the end you need to deliver them to the customers. This is known as supply chain management. Next, my dear friends, is the last topic of this particular chapter, which is IFAS. What is IFAS? IFAS is internal factor analysis summary. So it is basically a summary table in which we organize, categorize the various strengths and weaknesses of a company, and it examines how well a particular company's management is responding to specific factors in light of perceived importance of these particular factors. We will understand it through a table, demonstration table. So in this IFAS, VRIO value rareness immutability organization framework is used, and now let us see how this table captures various things. So see, various internal factors, they are categorized into strengths and weakness, so they are listed. Okay, for example, for a company which we have chosen, Maytag, quality Maytag culture. Quality culture is a strength. Experienced top management is a strength. Vertical integration is a strength. Similarly, distribution channel, financial positioning, all of them are a weakness. Okay, then weight each factor from 1 to 0. So we give a particular weight, and this weightage should be summed out of 1, so out of 100%. So let us read it. This says that culture of this particular Maytag, its weightage is 0.15, that is, it is 15% important. Similarly, employers relations are 0.1 weightage, that is 10% they are important. Then we go to the weakness, financial positioning 0.15, so financial positioning is the weakest with 15% weightage. Then we go for the rating. Out of 5 we give various rating. If it is outstanding, then we rate it to 1. If it is poor, we rate it to 1, basing upon what is company's response. Multiply each factor weight times its rating to obtain each factor's weighted score. Then we multiply these two. So if it is culture into rating, 0.15 into 5, that is 0.75, that is your score which you have obtained. It is known as basically your weighted score. Okay, Then in fifth column we have provided the rationale, means why this particular rating is given. Add the individual weighted scores to give you the weighted importance. So we add them to give you the total important weightage. This is basically how IFS table is used. Friends, this is all from today's video. In next video we will start our next chapter, which is strategy formulation, how a strategy is formulated, how it is made, and how you use it in a particular company. If you have any confusion in today's video, my dear friends, you can write to us on our channel mail ID, which is meedu.study@gmail.com, or you can write in the comment section also. We will work upon it. If there is any suggestion, you can let us know. If you are liking our content, please like our video, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you friends. Take care. Good day.